everybody, welcome back to BloomClan. This is the last episode of BloomClan. To briefly go over the next episode, aka the next Clan Gen challenge. The next Clan Gen challenge is tentatively gonna be labeled by the die, I think, or something like that. Basically because I'm gonna be using my dice that I have for D&D purposes that I don't really use for D&D purposes since we use D&D Beyond to roll for our stuff for D&D. So I don't really have a chance to use my dice that much, which is part of the reason why I actually liked the Apprentice challenge, was because I could roll a dice, but it was kind of boring to only do one thing for it, and then the rules weren't really certain if new cats joining the clan were affected by the challenge or if it's just cats turning into an apprentice and whatnot. Also, I didn't like the idea of mediators having equal chances to become a mediator in the sense of mediators really can't do much, and if you're not acknowledging the whole thing with where's the mediator to show this? Think I know we have one. Of course, it's after all of them. Because mediators really, you have to go into here to use them. Outside of that, they really just act like elders or sick cats who don't do anything other than occasionally pop into the random events and have the usual random thoughts. Which is why I kind of dislike Mediators in Clan Gen. Also, in the actual books, Tree is so underutilized. Also, I do think Tree does go into patrols. Maybe not as constant as he probably could. But I do think he occasionally hunts and goes on board patrols. Probably more so board patrols to help make sure peace is kept. But yeah. Like there's certain things I dislike and like about Warriors. Like I could be semi wrong because I haven't actually read the start of the newest Warriors arc yet. I plan to do that when book 2 comes out. In the sense of that way I don't have to wait a bunch of months to read 2 books in a row. And that's how I think I plan on doing it, is for the Warriors series itself, is maybe wait for 2 books and read them together. I don't know. But with that said, let's look at our cats. Trying to think if there's anything else. Some stuff in the next thing will, in my Clan Gen challenge will be optional. And if it's optional, it means I potentially won't be doing it because I don't really care about it. But with that said, this is Sunny Star, Shadow Pope, our deputy, Springburr, Hawk Street, Firecracker, Snowflake, Cypress Haven, Fidget Chasm, Gold Glide, Budflesh, Victoria Puddle, Storm Swirl, Anubis Dapple, Icy Crawl, Bristle Holly, Bibbit Blink, Firepaw, Swiftpaw, Archpaw, Agave Paw, Swanpaw, Aloepaw, Shadepaw, Cloverpaw, Kisopaw, Cavernpaw, Beetleclaw, Gremlin Pond, Dayleg, Pale Pelt, Sky Mouse, Sandy Bounce, Rainbow Fur, who's not very rainbow, doesn't even have heterochromia, Chasing Thorn, Egg Crack, Ice Lightning, Owl Paw, Ripple Paw, Cinnamon Paw, Bleak Paw, Flicker Paw, Snapdragon Paw, Newt Paw, Dark Paw, Ashen Sun, Fur Splash, Goaty Cry, Fallow Water, Scrub Puff, Venusaur, Flare Hiss, Pickle Spots, Flicker Meadow, Soft Fur, Reaction Prickle, Brush Buzz, Tiara, or Tara, who I probably would have renamed if I didn't care. I think it was probably last episode, that's why. Bluebell Kestrel, Rue, Gravy Catch, Jewel Meadow, Larkspur, Spire Ember, Water Fade, Shadow, Lily Stripe, Chewy Billow, Sparrow Bouncer, Human Smoke, Freeze Heart, Short Splash, Pigeon Dapple, Canary Whisper, Lake Haze, Nimbus Fluff, Cloudy Crash. Oh my god. Basically same pattern to some degree. Sungleam, or just a pose. Silent Mist, Icicle Root, Rare Swirl, Chasm Eagle, Wisteria Heart, Jitters Fur, Calamari Stripe, Lavender Bright, Igor Pelt, Owlstrem, Frozen Shatter, Freeze Toe, Augustus Bramble, Sunny Ripple, Flower Whisker, not Whisper, Dogtoe, Canary Rock, Flame Mask, Fire Poppy, Holly Hawkthorn, Rose Flame, ooh that's pretty, Crane Speckle, Hop Snap, Jasmine Swan, Lucy Purr, Dave Freckle, Stinky Butt Paw, poor Stinky Butt Paw. Who named you that, you poor thing, you? Cider Paw, Glade Paw, Blue Paw, Boulder Paw, Shard Paw, Heather Dust, Mulberry Whisker, Twig Spot, Branch Fern, Festus Stripe, Midnight Freckle, Snow Spirit, Fennelberry, Pichu Speckle, Panda Fur, Moral Kit, Sun Kit, Sand Kit, Rain Kit, Rue Kit, Fly Kit, Orchard Kit. Oh my god, Orchard Kit. Beautiful. Even though you're a Torty, you look like a tabby right now. Brown Kit. Oh my god. Reminds me of River. Shadow Kit. Serpent Kit. Mottle Kit. Pelt Single Stripe. I don't see the stripe, I see splotting. I'm assuming those markings might, if they had gotten older, will become more prominent. Mist Kit. Caribou Kit. Fire Kit. Day Kit. Laurel Kit. Hawkthorn Kit. Hatch Kit. Bittern Kit. Golden Kit. Tree Kit. Doe Kit. Brown Kit. Log Kit. Okay, that's all within our clan. And then the cats outside our clan are Rock Feather, who's lost. Echo Paw, who is lost. Rue. May. Another Rue. Stag. It's quite pretty. Mia. Bagel. Oh my god, Bagel. Yi Shang. And now Within the Dead. Let me just make sure they're. Let me make sure it's in Dark Forest. Okay, we're gonna start with Unknown, and then we'll go back to the clan. We got Frankie, Zara, Sahara, or something like that. Water Clash, Bubbling Fur, Ripple Wind, Dahlia, Void, Weed Fluff, Trouble Nuggets, Ice, Kite Brook, Odd Chirp. And then in Star Clan we have our guide, Ice Paw. Okay. Actually, can I sort by rank? We got Flame Speckle, Makayo Break, Blizzard Dapple, Grave Leaf, Silent Dream, Rift Spots, Tree Silk, Ick Paw, Volcano Paw, Pale Mound, Velvet Dapple, Saturn Fish, Bone Fin, Gentle Pelt, Frost Flood, Amber Snow, Otter Haven, Golden Fern. Just also Golden Fern probably could work as Rainbow. Just saying. Solemn Chase, Dandelion Bright, Big Ale, Ashen Snap, Ice Spice Hail, Perch Leg, Pudding Smoke, Rat Fluff. He's telling the other circling us about visions, hopes, and dreams she had for BloomClan. Okay. We have our turn. Icy Kick. Hollow Wish. Ice Paw. Hair Paw. Gold Paw. Sandy Paw. Storm Paw. Natural Flow. Michelle Flower. Burn Kit. Amber Kit. Duck Kit. Amber Kit. Rowan Kit. Hail Kit. Crocus Kit. And that is all the cats of BloomClan. If we look at Sunny, apparently I can't click on Sunny Star. If we look at Sunny Star, Sunny Star has 5 lives. She mentored Silent Mist, apparently. She lost her first life when she failed to implement a sign from StarClan. She was also then mauled by a dog, died from infection, and a rogue ambush. Okay, I'm on curiosity. What are we at for time? Wow, that didn't take as long as I thought it was gonna take. It only took 14 minutes. Okay, I will say this, even though BloomClan is over, it can come back provided the save doesn't corrupt. So if you guys would like BloomClan to return for 5, 10, or another 20 episodes in increment or 5, please. So 5, 10, 15, or 20 for a number of episodes. You can tell me below, and that will happen probably after so my next Clan Gen challenge, then we're gonna do 5 episodes of Jumbo Clan, and then it'll be, if you guys want, BloomClan will come back for that many episodes, either 5, 10, or 15 or 20 episodes, and then we'll either do another Jumbo Clan and then another Clan Gen challenge, or we'll potentially go back to my Clan Gen challenge. Minor reasons why we might go back to my Clan Gen challenge is simply because, as long as that save doesn't go corrupt, basically, I'm gonna make it so each leader is gonna have a certain set of rules. Also, the amount of lives they have actually will not be 9 unless they are unless they have something in regards to spirits or something. Like I'm fine with Omen. I need to look up what all the traits are, but something with Star Clan or Dark Forest that would equal something for a spiritual level. Like anything, any kind of bond with the spirits or afterlife or potentially omens would allow for the leader to have 9 lives. Otherwise, I am rolling a d8 to see how many lives they will have, which means we can potentially go through different leaders more quickly. Also, as I said, I do like this challenge to some degree. So, another thing that will be kept is apprentices being rolled for, except I think I'm swapping it to a d20. With a nat 1 being a mediator, and then I believe it's 2 through 9 is a healer, and then 10 through 20 is a warrior. You want the highest percentage to be a warrior because most cats are in a warrior's world will become warriors. But a chunk of them will become healers, and a small amount of them will become mediators. Is what makes sense to me. I might be tweaking it from 2 to 7. I don't know. Yeah, I think 2 to 7 actually might be what happens for the D20 for the warriors for becoming a healer, because as I said, you want the greatest amount of cats to become warriors. Cats are allowed to change rings. Elders though will do something I did in the past with that. For settings though, heads up. Well, I probably will have this on. I will have this on most definitely. This I probably have on just because I can. Actually, this is probably gonna be checked off because I don't want medicine cats to be grabbed for patrol. Outside of one exception. This. Oh, that might explain why Jumbo Clan might be missing some cats, or some cats are partly faded. These are fine for settings. Relationship settings, I will not have this on. Pregnancy and Norse biology will be off. Everything else will be allowed. Because as icky as romantic impression interactions with former mentors are, it's happened before in Warriors. In the one I go to most in my head is SkyClan's Destiny, but apparently what is her name? Whitetail, I think. Was actually 1 star's apprentice apparently. So there's that too. Um, as for Sharp Claw and Cherry, I think it's Cherry Fern or Cherry Fur. Um, I'm okay with it. It's not terrible. I don't feel. And it hasn't happened extremely a lot in Warriors, but still. Leaders can automatically choose Deputy. I want experience base, so some apprentices graduate sooner than others. This will be on warriors and elders can choose to become mediators. Yes. We'll be on for the next thing. I'll be repeating some of this for when we actually get to the next challenge. Here is the stats of BloomClan for before we end. We have 143 living cats, 43 in StarClan. Nobody's in the Dark Forest because I wasn't acknowledging that. 12 in the Dark, 12 in Unknown, 14 Medicine Cats, 10 apprentices to the Medicine Cats. So that's 24 Medicine Cats, 59 warriors with 6 warrior apprentices. That's what, 65? 65 warriors plus warriors and trainings. 10 mediators with 8 mediators apprentice, so that's 18. 10 elders, and then we have 24 kittens and newborns. So as you see, even with me slightly tweaking the D6, we actually had a very close amount of cats in regards to medicine cats versus mediators. So there's that. Warriors make sense. It just feels like we have way too many mediators. But that's just my thoughts. Leader Den might be acknowledged. As I said, um, that might change. What could happen is for the next Plantain challenge is because of how in depth it is, it could mean instead of me following a timer, it might be 1 moon per episode. Because of how in depth it's gonna be. Because trust me, there's a lot of rules. And it's actually gonna force me to acknowledge who is breaking the rules and murdering. But with that said, that is it for BloomClan. BloomClan may return, or even the challenge might be reset. Who knows? And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye!